Hello and welcome to the Stamping Society's August tutorial bundle, in which we are featuring projects created using products from the new July to December mini catalogue. I'm Angela Meiritz-Reid of Stamping Beauty in Christchurch, New Zealand, and today I'm sharing my tutorial using the Splendid Day Suite. If you would like to purchase the written tutorials for all our projects, please click on my blog link below. And if you live in New Zealand and would like copies of this catalogue or the current annual catalogue, please message me. I'd love to send them to you. All our tutorials include the products and measurements to create our projects. And this is the card that I'm going to be showing you how to create today. So we'll get started. Try and leave that as much in shot as I can. I've got a basic white card base, so I'm just going to fold that in half and just burnish along the edge there. Just get a nice sharp edge on that. And then next I've got just a very just a wee bit smaller piece of basic white, and I'm going to adhere the DSP onto that. I find that then if I am using dimensionals behind it, it sits a bit firmer with that backing. So I'll just add some glue to that. And just make sure that's nice and even all around the edge. And with the glue it's quite good. You can just adjust it a little bit if you haven't got it exactly where you want it. And then I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of that. I'll just give it a couple of moments just to make sure that it's not going to move. And then add these carefully to the back. You want to add enough so that it's not going to sag. Just pop those on there and take all those backs off. And I just want to pop that on there. Just make sure that I get that nice and even as well, and that's done. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I want to add all these die cut elements here. So what I've got the largest circle from the stylish shape dies. Oh, they're a bit jumbled, but they're the squares, the circles and the banners. It's a fabulous set. If you don't have that, it's one of those almost must have in your dies. So it's probably just a little bit off, not too much off there. So I'm just going to just run that just with a bit of pencil around there. It's going to be covered up so you won't see it. And then I'm going to want to die cut all these dies from the die set. So I have gone ahead and die cut some of them so that you didn't have to watch me painstakingly die cut them all. So just bring in my wee mini machine. I just need one more of these, well, one of these. I didn't have one at all, so I'll just pop that on there. And I need one more of those, and I need one of these. Those all on there. Could have used a bigger bit of paper, a cardstock, but it was just one I had left over. So I'll just run that through. So we've got one of those, and you'll need, I'll have all these written up anyway, you'll need 7 of those. Let's get my list out here. 1 of that little one there, just that one, 2 of these, and you'll take your pick tool, is brilliant for this, just popping those out. If the inners have come out, I've left them, you know, so what I should say, if they've stayed in, I've just left them in. I haven't worried too much about poking them out. Just personal preference, whatever you'd like. So, and I've got 7, two of those, one of those, and I've got 7 of those ones there. And then what we're going to do is arrange those on here. Let's get that, clear that out. And so you're going to arrange them onto that circle. So a couple of options. You could pop glue and then just glue them down. Or you could use glue dots. Or another is just to pop some Stampin' Seal around. And I find that quite good. Just to pop that, and then you can pick it up and pop it down, you know, just change it around a bit. So you want to be able to lift them up and move them. So you don't have to follow my pattern, because it sort of does change as you go. I found that even myself as I was doing it, trying to recreate it, it's just a sort of, you'll know what sort of looks good as you go around and pop things in. So some things I've just popped off, you know, just one of those, and then just tucked it in there. So just keep on moving around your circle and just filling in gaps. These work, this one here I found worked really well for that sort of curve. And then I'm just going to nip off the end. You can, of course, just use your scissors, but it does break reasonably easy. And then some of these longer ones, I will just get the scissors, just snip them all off. And tuck them. And if there isn't enough sticky, just add a little bit more. So that I just liked these ones because they just added a little bit of a different shape to the wreath. Just tuck that one in. There's no right or wrong, it's just a, you know, how you like the look of it to be. I'll just tuck. So I've just sort of spaced these around that, really. And then this one here too. And once you get, excuse me, once you get your sentiment on too, you might want to pop some others in place. Just adds a little bit of interest, I think, these little ones. And just had a wee bit sticking out, so I'll just take that out. Just tuck that. Another quite good idea for adding bits too, it's just a scrap bit of paper. If you have run out of sticky, I just pop a bit of glue on there and then get this and just stick it on. just to pop it in there, and then just work out where looks like it might need another little something different. Just tuck that in. The good thing too with the glue is you can move it while it's still, when it hasn't set. So I'll pop those other ones on in a minute. What I'm going to do now is bring in my die cutting machine again and cut these ones. So I have already got 3 cut because I've got 4 on there. And what I've used is just some of the DSP. So it's this one here with the Calypso coral on the back. You can see the white on that. So it's copper. So I just wanted it to match with the copper embossing powder. So I'll just put that on there. So I've already cut 3 of those and we need 4. But if you didn't have, if you didn't want to use that DSP, you could use the copper foil sheets. Sorry, bumping the camera. So I've got that. So those I'm just going to add in now too. So that one, that right here, just trim that off. Dip, just pop a little bit of glue on the bottom of that, and it's a little bit of trial and error sometimes, and I don't stick them totally down because I like that they sort of got that movement like a wreath would. So you just keep on moving and popping in and until you sort of get the depth that you want. And this last one here, about here, that's not going to matter too much because that's going to come up under the sentiment. And so what I might do now is do the sentiment, and then I can add these last pieces in depending where I feel like there are gaps that I want to pop them in. So I've got a piece of white cardstock, and I've got the Let's Celebrate from that stamp set. I'll just grab out my Versamark and my embossing buddy. It's a beautiful font on that stamp. I love the cursive on the Celebrate, it's pretty. Then I've got my new tray, which is a new product in the Mini Catalogue. Comes with a brush, tweezers, and the embossing buddy. So it's great for just tipping everything into there, and then you can, I'll show you. There's nothing worse if you've got it going everywhere. You can funnel it back into here, and then it into your back into there, so you're not messing up paper or not getting it everywhere too. It's quite controlled. Right, so just heat emboss this, so it won't be a moment. That copper embossing powder is beautiful. The set with the tray and everything comes with some tweezers. I should have been using those to demonstrate too. Saves worrying about getting your fingers burnt. So I'll just die cut that. So this little half circle is perfect for the sentiment. Just line that up. Just move it up just a fraction. And that's going to sit about, I might even like, about there, I think that works. So what I also want to do is do the ribbon to pop under there. So what I've done is this beautiful soft sea foam, which is in the suite. So I'm just going to run my scissors up through the middle. I just find when it's in half, it just gives it a bit more movement and takes up more space too, which I like. Cover the card a bit more. Doesn't have to be perfectly even, because it won't be so noticeable when you tie the bow. Right, so then I sort of mess it up a little bit, just wiggle it around so it's not exactly how it was, and then just give it a tie in a bow. Separate those loops out, give it a firm tug, and then just sort of adjust the loops. Once you have your bow how you'd like it, just add a glue dot onto your wreath about where you'd like to place it. We'll just pop that running sort of that way, and tuck those tails. Oh, it doesn't really matter, looks nice if they sort of look like they're moving. And then I'm just going to pop the sentiment over there. So I just want to put a couple of dimensionals either side, and because it's quite high, I'm actually going to pop them double layer, so I've got them too high, so you can see that on there. Just make sure it does lie flat. So I just want to get that nice and straight. Pop that there, and then just tuck that up there. That, so you can move those around just to however you want to get them to go. I think that bow's got a mind of its own, but that's okay, that's better. And I just want to trim these off a little bit too, in a similar sort of length to these ends. And then just having another look at it, just might add more glue on here. Add a few more of these just to, so I'll just tuck that one in, just in here. I like those ones, they're pretty with the big open leaves. I might even just add just cut that off. Just see what that looks like tucked in under there. I'll come out of here a little bit. there. I've covered those up a wee bit more, that going that way, so I'll pop. Oh, that's better. So you can just pop them anywhere really, just to spread it out, just whatever works for you, how the look you like. So you might not use all the ones we've cut. And then lastly, I just want to add these gorgeous embellishments that are in the suite. They're so pretty and sparkly. Not sure if that shows up too well. They're really pretty. So I've got 5 of those to make a bit of a statement. So I'll just pop a couple down here. And just pop one up there. Got one, tuck that on there, and one up the top here. I'll pop it there. And that is the card completed. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and we'll see you again next month. Take care. Bye.